Today we are unboxing and testing out the products from September 2019's Bijou Beauty Box. Hey, it's Amanda. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Welcome back to my channel. But if it's your first time here and you enjoy beauty hauls, subscription unboxings, first impressions, reviews, and more, start right now by clicking subscribe for new videos weekly. Sorry if you can hear a dog barking or crying in the background. I am dog sitting my mom's dog, and I thought, okay, let me just feed him some lunch and he'll just, go back to sleep. But my Bijou Beauty Box for September has arrived. The packaging that the products are usually in are different because there is a palette included in this month's box, and the palette was too big for the typical packaging. But I kind of like this pink bubble wrap, and I like how it has the sticker, fragile, please handle with care, and there's one on the other side where my address is. If you're not familiar with the Bijou Beauty Box, it is $30 a month, and you get about 5 different products. And from my first box, there was a bunch of indie brands, and I just wanted to say that the owner is super sweet. And if you watch my first unboxing, that was my first time trying out the Bijou Box. I received this palette, and the blue shade is damaged, and I tried to repair it a little bit. It's still a little crumply. They had ran out of palettes to replace. They sold out of August's box, which was fantastic, and I'm super excited for them to grow. So she reached out to me saying that they had ran out of palettes, and then she asked if they could send out July's palette instead. I was like, oh my gosh, that is super sweet. Yeah, sure, no problem. Like, it's one shade. She was like, no, I just want to make sure that you're happy with the experience. That was so sweet. And she was like, once August's are fulfilled, I will send you out your replacement palette. So I was like, okay. End of August, I was in Alaska, and as you know, I barely had some signal, but I did get a message from her asking if I had received my replacement palette. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm on vacation. I don't even know. When I got home, I saw this was in my mail. This is the Suns Out Buns Out by Chantilly Cosmetics, which I've never heard of. But girl, look how cute this packaging is, and it gets better. Oh, the inside is this gorgeous warm tone palette. Let me remove this reflective. There we go. That's better. I definitely plan on doing a review on this palette. I have a stack of palettes to the right of me, which would be your left. This is in the queue to be filmed with. And then when September shipped out, she had messaged me asking if my box arrived, and I was like, yes, it's in the queue to be filmed. I've had a really positive interaction with Bijou, and I also have a discount code if you're interested in signing up. If you use code AITSAMANDA, it will save you 15% off of your box. I don't make commission from the code. It is just a code to help my subscribers save some money in case if they are interested in signing up. So without further ado, let's get unboxing. This is the inside. So we still have the confetti that is usually in the box, and here is the palette. Oh my gosh, I'm getting confetti everywhere. And then we have this other separate mailer that I think has like the other products, and we got candy. Oh, we got sour punch strips. I love these so much. Oh, there's another item. So everything is packaged nice, that way things don't come damaged. I don't have a card. I might have set it aside to do my titles. I'm so sorry. Usually Bijou's card just has the brand names. It doesn't have like the product details, and it sometimes has the prices by them, and it also tells you your box could contain brands from this, and that kind of just determines like your variation. But I have 2 items right here, and then I want to go on ahead and just open this, and then we'll go over the products, and then we'll test them on afterwards. Ooh, and we have a gloss and a brush. Okay, so we got 5 products. First product, we got a brush by Medusa's Makeup. Oh wow, that is super soft. Oh, this would be good to like dust away powders, maybe like to softly put some blush on. It feels very similar to the brushes that we got in our last month's Bijou box by OMFG Cosmetics. I usually like a little bit more density in my brushes. I do have some face products that we can quickly just try this brush and see how well it works, but it feels really good. I've only tried one other Medusa's makeup product, and it was the loose glitter that we got in our last month's box, which is really nice that I like to use for my inner corners. Sorry, I keep doing this with my brush. I really like getting brushes in a subscription box, and I really like how soft this is. This is why I keep doing this. Excited to see and figure out which products will work best for this, whether it's dusting away product or some bronzer, some blush. So I feel like the shape of the brush is very versatile. Next, I received a pressed banana powder from Ofra Cosmetics. I feel like Bijou is watching me because I always talk about how much I love banana powders. I don't have a hard pressed banana powder, so I'm excited to see how this compares to loose. Like a full pan size. It just doesn't come in the compact, so I need to get like a Z palette. Not that I buy Z palettes, but you know those like magnetic palettes that you get? Everyone just calls them Z palettes. That was the brand that started them. I really enjoy Ofra products, and I didn't know they had a banana powder. Third product, we got a loose highlighter from Chantilly Cosmetics, and I got the shade Glow Dough. So it's the same brand that came out with this palette, so I don't know anything about this brand or the quality of the products. Looks very similar to like the Artist Couture ones. Loose highlighters aren't my favorite just because I tend to find them messy in that they get all over the place, but it's okay. I go for a beaming highlighter. Maybe I need to use this as like loose setting powder and then just be glowing to the gods. Next, we have the Gamma Gloss gloss by Lunatics. I haven't heard of Lunatics before. Ooh, that is a pretty color. I do love my dark plummy colors. It looks very metallic-y and glittery. Maybe this will be like a good topper over a lipstick. And I love the cap of this gloss. My ADD is like very drawn to it. And then the last product we received is the JCat Sunset Boulevard palette. I haven't tried much from JCat. I only have tried their micro brow pencil, which I really like. I think it's very comparable and a more affordable option than like the ABH Brow Wiz or the Benefit Precisely My Brow. But I do own this palette. I just want to open up this one to make sure it's good. I ripped the box. I am so sorry. It has a layer of bubble wrap. This is what the palette looks like. So the top rows are matte and the bottom rows are shimmer. I'm gonna go on ahead and close this one back. I think I'm gonna set this aside for a future giveaway. Definitely be sure to be subscribed. That way you're notified when I upload my giveaway video that will contain this item. I was gonna do a dedicated video for the Sunset Boulevard palette. It looks like that this palette has accelerated in the queue. I feel like September's box was very well balanced. We have a huge eyeshadow palette. We got a makeup tool, this beautiful brush by Medusa's Makeup. I got a pressed banana setting powder from Ofra, and then we got this gorgeous loose highlighter, and then a gloss to top it all off. I'm excited to dive right in and test on these products. To kick things off, I am going to prime with my No Pore Bloom Primer by Touch in Soul, and then I'm going to take my Luxie 5110 foundation brush. Next, I'm going to take some of my Do You foundation by Too Faced. I'm going to use my Sigma 3D HD Max Kabuki to apply. Sorry if you're getting tired of this foundation. I have used it in like my past few videos. I've forgotten about this until I packed it for Alaska. It's a very hydrating foundation. It is a full coverage, but I find it to be very buildable, and there is a slight scent to this foundation, but I don't find it irritating with my sensitive skin. Quickly just take a spoolie. That's not doing anything. If that's what the eyebrow wants to do, that's what the eyebrow is gonna do. Banana powder. I'm gonna take my Sigma F80 flat kabuki. I'm just going to tap it in. This is setting it in quite nice, filling in my pores, and hopefully it helps not break up my makeup around my nose. I know that's one area of concern, as well as my T-zone. I don't want it to oil up throughout the day. I really wanted to use my Morphe G36 brush, but it already has a bunch of powder foundations. That's why I chose to use a different brush. That way I went in with a clean brush, but I can see a little bit of my foundation in there from dipping in a couple times. So far so good with the banana powder. We would definitely have to do a wear test to make sure that there isn't any breaking up or if my T-zone gets oily. Next, let's move on to the JCat Beauty palette. I'm trying to figure out like the fastest way to swatch. JCat's packaging looks like the old Morphe packaging. The pan sizes are huge and it caters like more neutral shades, but they also have some pops of shimmer. I haven't tried JCat's formula before. Let's get on swatching. And recall when I do my eyeshadow palette swatches, there's nothing on my arm to act as a base, and all of my palette swatches are finger to pan, and then I swipe one time, otherwise noted. These mattes are super creamy. Ooh, so are the shimmers. And that's what those shades look like. I'm not sure if JCat Beauty is drugstore. I've only seen it on Ulta online, but it's on affordable side, like brands like ColourPop. And then, excuse my arm, I still have a stain from a lip swatch right there. Just ignore that. Oh wow, there is pigment throughout the entire swatch from both the mattes and the shimmers. Still pigment on my fingers? Okay, JCat Beauty. Come through, pigment. We have some like more pinkier purple mauve shades. Then we also have some like rose gold shade. This palette does have my attention, and I wonder how it wears and how the pigment payoff is throughout the day. I am obsessed with these shades. There's some eyeshadow right there. I was about to say, there is a little bit of kickback from these shades. Oh no. Well, I'm messing up the swatch now. I don't know why I went really high with that matte. It still made it all the way through. This shade is calling my name. I am really excited to get on in and play around with these shades. Everything's swatched so nice. So if you guys guessed the ABH primer, you are totally right. And using this Wet n Wild brush to apply. This is my absolute favorite eye primer. And this brush does a really good job blending out. And I just like to put this primer everywhere because I do go up really, really high with my shades. Don't have a lot of eye space. So I try to utilize and maximize all my eyes. And since we don't really have a shade that matches the primer, I'm not gonna set it. I'm gonna be like Pooh Bear and go think, think, thing. I'm gonna take this pink shade right here. Oh, that's a lot of kickback. And I'm gonna apply it right here. Oh, that's pigmented right into the crease area. I'm using a JS8 brush from the Morphe Jeffree Star collaboration. It's blending in so nice, and it's definitely buildable. Already just gonna start bringing it around to get the outer V just a little bit of depth, but we'll definitely darken it later. I think I'm gonna take this shade right here, and I'm taking a Luxie 235 blending brush. It also had a little bit of fallout, but I'm just gonna carve out where my eyelid and crease meet, as well as bringing it around to the outer V. It's just gonna help bring some dimension in this area. I think I'm gonna take this shade right here, and I'm taking my Farrah 45E brush, and then I'm just gonna tap this. Ooh, this is with not wetting my brush. I'm gonna go back into that brown shade and make sure that the red shimmer shade is blended together. I feel like that these two shades kind of clash together. And then I'm gonna take a Luxie 111 mini flat angled. I'm gonna take like this purple shade to smoke out the lower lash line. And I got some in my contact. Taking that same brush that we smoked out the lower lash line, I kind of want to take that gold shade. Ooh, that's nice. And I did not take any MAC fix, so I am thoroughly impressed how pigmented the shimmers are. Just to quickly recap, the mattes are super creamy, but these two shades were very similar. It's hard to tell like where each shade is, but that purpley gray shade on the lower lash line I am living for. The shimmers I definitely think I'm gonna get more use out of. When you're looking at this palette, the mattes do look very similar. Most of the shimmers look a little bit more unique, so I just want to play around with this palette a little bit more. Maybe it needs to be paired with some others. Now I'm gonna take this Ofra Trio. I'm gonna take the Medusa's makeup, and let's try this bronzer first. It has like a diffused look going on. Plus, I like my bronzers to be able to be built up. That way they don't look muddy on me. Honestly, with it being so soft, I wasn't sure how it was going to blend. So this brush with a light bronzer definitely works out nice for me. Blush is a little bit brighter, but let's see how it applies. I thought it was gonna end up a lot more pigmented on my cheek. I like tapped it in and then I swirled, which made it diffuse a lot nicer. Definitely do like this Medusa's brush. We got to bronze and blush up. I'm obsessed with how soft they are. Like, I can't stop touching my face. Now the highlighter. I'm a little nervous for it. Ooh, that's what it looks like on my finger. I'm gonna quickly swatch it. Okay, I don't think I grabbed enough. Actually, this might be a good thing. And that's with 2 coats. So it's very glittery. I actually might like this if that's how it's going to apply. I'm gonna take my Morphe E61. This is really pretty. It definitely reminds me of that Artist Couture one that I have. It's not completely bam in your face, which is fine. It complements the blush really nice. I thought it was gonna be more gold, but there are like some specks of blue in this highlighter that I think that's what's causing the more pinkier. It's a very subtle highlighter. Hey, how you doing? And then you flip your hair and that sun hits you. Hello, highlighter. Also want to try it in the inner corner. I feel like a lot more people will like this because a lot of highlighters can have like that greasy look to it, and I don't really feel that way with this. I feel like this shade is hiding with your blush, and then like the right lighting hits and it's boom, boom. Maybe like it could create like a nice halo look. So I feel like it can get a lot of different uses out of it. And let's try the gloss. Like I said, I haven't tried anything from Lunatics before. I like that doe foot applicator. Oh wow, that is super pigmented. It looks a little bit metallic-y. Oh, but that's so pigmented. It's similar to like that melt one that I got in our first box. It smells really good too. This is definitely a very bold gloss. Very indifferent about metallics. I just don't know if they look good on me or not. On the swatch, it felt a little sticky, but it's not that sticky on the lips. Very comfortable, more of like a moussey feel to it. I think that this shade is really good for the fall, especially like with Halloween around the corner. Overall, I think that September's Bijou box was really nice. I actually really enjoyed these 4 products the most. I think that this brush is going to be very versatile. I applied bronzer and blush using it, and it did a really nice job. And I was a little afraid just because it's not as dense as most brushes. Blush and bronzer don't look harsh. Definitely going to get a lot of use out of it. I really enjoyed this loose highlighter. It's very subtle, and if you're looking in the right lighting, bam, there it is. It wasn't as messy as I thought it was going to be, and I want to explore it a little bit more, making like a halo look or in the inner corners. I thought that the banana powder set my foundation really nice, and it helped with the rest of my face products afterwards. I'm really glad I was able to try a pressed banana powder because I am a huge fan of loose banana powders. And then this gloss, like I can't stop looking at my lips ever since I put this on. It's just such a fun shade. It definitely has me in the mood for Halloween. I do like the palette. I just wasn't crazy with like the matte colors that I chose. It just looks like it's clashing a little bit. But the eyelid, the inner corner, and the lower lash are very defined. So I just need to play around with these mattes a little bit more. Definitely let me know if you got September's Bijou beauty box. Did we get the same products or did you get a different variation? Let me know what your thoughts on these products were. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you in the next video.